Welcome, wonderful people, to Shiro's Reflections. This is going to be a very hard-hitting video because I want to say it, Shiro's, please, let's not be cheap. I said that, I repeat, let us not be cheap. And I'm borrowing this from this story that has really fascinated the country. Actually, the story is really tantalizing. Again, I go back to Warren and Whitney. And there is this particular video where they actually did an interview. And Warren said, the interview was, how did you meet? And Warren, of course, Whitney gave her side of the story. You know, she was chilling. Very bad for girls to just be chilling, but anyway, she was chilling. And Warren was going to work. I think he was working for a media station. And he approached them and he started to talk to them, but he was in a hurry. Now, I want to really focus on Warren's words, not Whitney's. This is what Warren said. He said that when he approached these two girls, that one was very rude and very cold. And so he left that one. And Whitney was very warm, and Whitney gave him her number. And after Whitney gave him her number, he called that number and asked Whitney, can I take you out? But Whitney said, no, don't take me out. I don't feel like going out. Come over to my place. Come over to my place. And of course, she says, come with food. And Warren buys meat, sukuma wiki, and maize flour, and turns up at Whitney's place. Whitney doesn't know how to cook, so actually that was good that Warren cooked, but using her gas, using her utensils, and all those things. And to me, that story just didn't sit very well. And I remember there was a time I'd gone to hospital, and this doctor asked me, Shiro, how old were you when you discovered that some cliches actually are based on some little facts? And this is the one that I want to talk about, Shiro's. For most of us, as we grow up, our aunties, the society, everybody around us tells us, when it comes to our significant others, these things are better played out slowly. True? These things are better played out slowly. Let the man chase a little bit. Let it be up to him to actually wonder, what happened? How can I get that girl? And can you imagine Cinderella? And I'm sure we have all read Cinderella's story. Cinderella went to this ball, and of course, you know, she was poor, she had a stepmother, But here she is at the ball, because her carriage has been made from a pumpkin, she has a beautiful dress, she looks amazing, she goes to the ball, and everybody is wondering, who is this dame? But she had been told, when the clock strikes midnight, everything is going to go paragasha. Everything is going to go bonkers. The pumpkin will become a pumpkin, the horses will become rats again, so you need to make sure that by midnight, you have actually left the ball. And so Cinderella goes, and when she realizes that it's almost time, and she's still at the ball, she runs out. But by the time she's at the ball, she has actually attracted the interest of this Prince Charming. I think he was a prince. And as she ran away, he only got to get her slipper. And that man moved from home to home, trying to see whose foot is going to fit that particular slipper. And yes, I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash from here, but all I am saying is give the man an opportunity to at least pursue you. How do you give out your number even before you go for a date? How do you tell him to come to your house even before you go for a date? I don't understand. I'm not blaming Whitney. I'm just saying maybe I am old-fashioned, but these are things that I do not understand. What I know is that men are men. Men would like to have that particular chase, and it is in that chase that makes them actually value you as the prize. So Shiros, please, 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 let us have some standards. Let us not be cheap. If you don't believe me, then listen to Obina. Because Obina was on this talk show where he actually was saying that everybody has a price. Actually, the video that I got, the clip that I got, at the bottom there, it had a caption saying, all ladies have a price. But as Obina was winding up, he actually said that it refers to all genders, not just ladies. But anyway, let us not get caught up in the gender issue. Let's talk about what he actually talked about. Because he said that all ladies actually have a price. There are some ladies who their price is simply going to be food. Buy her food and that's it. And before I continue, remember we talked about cliches. And some cliches actually have some truth in them. And there's this cliche that goes around where they actually talk about all men, it's only about that one thing. There's even actually a story about that, a song, that all men, it's only about that one thing. And so it is on that thing that Obina was talking about, and he was saying that all girls, actually he called them shoris, but I'll call them shiros, that all shiros actually have a price. And he said, he gave a few examples, and he said that for some girls, all you have to do is buy them food. And once you buy them food, you get to smash the thing. Others, he said, all you need to do is to take them out, have a good time, have some alcohol here, some dancing here, and you're good to go. Yet others, he actually said, and these ones are actually very disturbing, because he said, for some of them, it is about these illegal things that we use to change our moods. And he said, for some of them, there you go. And he said, for others, they also require relationships. That for you to be able to get the thing that men want, that this man has to make this girl believe that they're actually in a relationship. And for as long as you're in a relationship, there it is. And so the person that Obina is talking to says, oh, but that one is very expensive. And Obina says, no, 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 no. That one is not expensive. The expensive ones are the ones who demand marriage. And that is where I come back to Shiros. Let us not be cheap. Let us be the expensive ones who actually demand marriage. Of course, he goes on to say that, oh, some men will only get married to you because they really want that. And the only way they can get it is through marriage. That's okay. Some say, oh, then Obina says, some will get married and realize this is not what I wanted. That's still okay. Marriage is not a prison. There's always an exit. And yet Obina says there are those ones who you wait for until marriage. And once you get there, you actually realize, oh my goodness, this is what I have been waiting for. So even our significant others know that marriage is the expensive price to pay for them to be able to get that thing. And I wish I can encourage Shiros, please, let's not go sprinkling. Let's not go here, hither and thither. You know, there's all this conversation about body count. And some girls are even up to 700 and something. Really, Shiros, let's have some price. Let us have some dignity. Let us know that the value of something is determined by its scarcity. So if you go giving it out, left, right, and center, you go to a disco, there you are. You are bought for food, there you are. Why don't you demand marriage? And as Obina said, men are ready to pay the price if they are really interested. Obina said it. I didn't. Watch that, look for that clip, and he said it. The expensive ones are married. And he said, yes, there are some significant others who actually get married just for that thing. And I think it is a good price for them to pay. So I'm not blaming Whitney. I'm not blaming other Shiros out there. All I am saying is, let us be expensive. Let us stop being cheap. Till next time, Shiros, it's bye for now.